morning. Good morning. All right, so we are going to warm up because before we jump into our new book today, we need to warm up. We need to. So let's warm up. Ready, go. Warm up. So we're going to warm up with some sounds that are going to be in our book today and even go over some vocabulary words so that you can read. How? Fluid and smooth. How do we read? Fluid and smooth. So our first sound, our first spelling makes 3 sounds. ED says what did it say? Good. OU says? OU says? Ow, like in cloud, like in couch, like in pouch. Next sound. Ooh, sound we just learned, CE. Let me see your C. Good, good. EE says what? EE says what? Ooh, give a little more energy. EE says what? That's what I mean. Like a tree, B, C. Ooh, IGH. Light. Night. Good. IE also says I, like in bike, kite, prize. OR says? Or. OR says? Or. AW. AW says? AW says? Not Paul. AW says? Paul is the word. AW is the spelling, and the sound is aw. Go, Paul. Ooh, our nerdy sound. NG says good. Ooh, EW says ooh, like our long OO. Ooh. AE. 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 Good. OW. Ow. It's the alternate spelling for ow. Short OO says. Make your stank face. Short OO says. Short OO says. AR. Let me see it. AR says. R. Ooh, now let's go into our words that have our spellings in them. First word. King. What is the digraph? Good. Can you give me a sentence using king? The king is sick. Good job. Next one. Queen. Q-U says what? What? What's the word? Queen. Good job. Ooh, the E-Y in this says A, so the word is? They. Very good. Teach H says what? Your lizard tongue. Good. Ooh, short O-O. Look. What's the word? Look. What's the word? Next word? New. Because EW makes what sound? Ooh. Sleep. I want to go to sleep. Let's go to sleep. Wake up. All right. Next word? Good. Could is our tricky word because tricky words are so they're so tricky. Next tricky word. Said. I said that. You have to follow directions. Go. Next word. Small. There's a double consonant. Double consonants make how many sounds? One sound. And that double consonant is L, so LL says what? Ooh, good job. Good morning. Long O-O. are going to read our story here. You can read the title for me. Do you want to read the title for me? Not in the bed. Let's read again. The king's bed. Now, I noticed something on the word kings. What do we notice on the word kings? What do we notice on the word kings, Ace? It has an apostrophe S. And when a word has an apostrophe S, what does that mean, Caleb? It's showing what? It's ownership is what you're trying to say. Yes, it belongs to them. It is theirs. So, what belongs to the king? The bed. So, thinking about this title, The King's Bed, what do you think this book is going to be about? What do you think this book is going to be about, Christy? Beds, okay. Him finding the bed, okay. Okay, we're going to check this out. So, before we jump into it, look at the cover. Now, looking at our genre chart back here, fiction is the red one. Non-fiction means it's real, and it gives us what? Non-fiction gives us what? Real facts. But fiction books are what? Make-believe. Show me make-believe. This is how we remember make-believe. Fiction books are what? Make-believe. Meaning the story is not true, the characters are not true, it's a made-up story. But non-fiction books gives us what? Facts. Facts. Information on real things. So, looking at the title and the cover, is this book fiction or non-fiction? I want you to turn and talk. Turn and talk. Tell your friend, is it fiction, non-fiction, and why you think that?
I know it's fiction because it's from real photos.
What are other reasons you think? Let's bring it back. 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 Somebody tell me, is this book fiction or is it non-fiction? She says it's non-fiction. Agree or disagree? Ooh. We got some people disagreeing. Or let's see what someone else says. Why do you disagree, Salman? I disagree.
I disagree because it's fiction.
Why is it fiction? Why do you think that?
Because a king don't look like that.
Because the king doesn't look like that? It doesn't look like what?
A king nose cannot be a long. No, his face.
Some people have long noses. Why do you think it's fiction?
I think it's fiction because it doesn't have real pictures and photos.
Yes, this is a make-believe story. So it is fiction. It is
Fiction.
fiction. We don't look like that as people, right? No, we don't look like that as people. We don't act like that. Do you think this is going to be a silly book or is this going to be a serious book?
Silly.
It's going to be a silly book. Now remember the difference.
That's not fiction.
Which one is non-fiction? Which one is non-fiction? The book about what? The frogs and the toad. How do we know that this is non-fiction?
Because it's a real frog.
Because it's real photos? How do?
They have real pictures.
Real pictures in it? What's some more that we know about non-fiction stories? It gives us what? It gives us facts and information where this doesn't look like this. Facts and information, right? So, when we're reading this book, I want you to be able to understand who the characters are. Do it with me, who the characters are. While reading this book, we're going to figure out the problem. What's the problem? We're we're going to figure out the solution, and also we're going to understand at the end of the book, what is the lesson learned? What is the So while we're reading this book, I want you good readers to be listening for who are the characters? What's the problem that they're having? How do they solve the problem? And what is the lesson you think they learned from it? Because good readers pay attention to all those things and the pictures to figure out what is going on in the story. So, turn to page 2 and 3. Now also, Anne Keyes is the author, and the author does what in the book? She does what? The author does what? Eyes on me. The author does what? Writes the story. The author does what? Let me see you write the story. Let me see you write the story. Let me see you write the story. The author does what? The author does what? Use your loud voice. The author does what?
Write the story.
Yes. The illustrator does what? The illustrator
Draw the pictures.
draws the pictures. The illustrator
Draw the pictures.
draws the pictures. So in our book, you see these beautiful illustrations that our illustrator drew. So on page 2, we're going to read this together. Now remember our vocabulary words that we went over, so we can read how. We want to read fluid and smooth, and if we don't know a word, what do?
Sound it out.
We segment that word and we blend it together so we can read fluid and smooth. So let's put our reading fingers up. Put your finger on the first word. Let's read page 2 together. Go.
The king could not see. This bed is too small for me, he said.
I love how you all are so fluid and smooth. So we just figured out what the problem was. So your hands first. What is the problem?
The problem is his legs are too big to get on the bed.
How do we know that, Ace?
We know that because he said the bed is too small.
He said the bed is too small, but what do we notice in the illustration? Because remember, good readers pay attention also to the illustration. So, what do we see? What do we see in the illustration that lets us know that the bed is too small? What do we see in the illustration that lets us know? Caleb, what do we see in the illustration that lets us know that the bed is too small? Looking at your illustration, what do we notice about that illustration? Caleb, what do we notice? What does it show you? Yes, good job. Way to go. His legs are all pushed up like this. So that means he's too big for his bed. So his bed is too what? Small. Do you want to sleep like this? No. We want to sleep nice and comfortable with our legs stretched out. And we want to go to sleep. But then we got to wake up. So let's turn your page. Man down. Man down, man down. All right. So we learned that the problem is that the king thinks his bed is too small. And we saw in the illustration that his legs are all cramped up and he could not sleep. So let's read to see what happens on page 4. Go.
You need a new bed, said the queen. Let's look for a new bed for you.
Yes, you need a new bed, says the queen. So she's looking at him like, we got to figure out this problem. So we just found out who the characters are in our story. So who are the characters? Because characters are very animals. Who are the characters, Max? Who are the characters? The queen and the king. Way to go, Max. So the king and the queen are characters. And Solomon, what is the problem that the king is having?
He's having because his legs are hurt.
And because why is his leg all bunched up?
Because the bed is too small for him.
That is correct. The bed is too small. So we're going to figure out and read how do they solve this problem. Turn your page. Read your finger up. We're going to reach you to it. Put your finger on the first word. Let's read the page. Go.
The king and the queen went to the store and looked for a bed.
Yes. They looked. Let me see you look. And they what? Looked. And they for a bed. Do you think they're going to find a bed?
No.
Someone says no, he says yes. So what's the setting on page 7? What is the setting? Where are they? What is the setting? Where are they? Christy, where are they? What's the setting? They're at a bed store. How do we know they're at a bed store, Dior? What do you see in the illustration? Where are they? How do we know that they're at a bed store? What do you see? Lots of what? Lots of beds. Turn your page. Oh my goodness, look at what happened. Let's read and find out. Finger on the first word. This time I want to hear Ace read loud and proud for everyone while you all track with your reader finger. Go.
Do you like this bed? The queen asked. This bed is too soft, said the queen. It's not a good bed for me.
Good reading. Everybody say way to go, Ace. That was some good reading. I loved how he sounded like the word when he didn't know it. So, what is wrong with this bed that he's trying out? Solomon, what's wrong with this bed?
He fell down.
But what's wrong? It's too soft, and that is the reason that he fell through the bed, and it just went boing, and it smashed him up in the bed because it's too soft. Do you like a soft bed, or do you like a hard bed?
So hard bed.
You like a hard bed? I like a kind of firm bed. It kind of gives me some support, you know. I like a firm. It's kind of soft and hard at the same time. It's firm. Yeah, it's both. It's both. David, go. All right, turn your page. This time I want Christy to read for us while everybody else is tracking with your finger on page 10. Let me see you get your reading finger there. Everybody's there. Ready to go. Good job. So, have you ever had a bed that was hard like that? No. Look at his face. How do you think he's feeling testing out that bed? How do you think he's feeling? His back is maybe hurting. He's like, ugh, oh my God, I can't sleep here. What do you think?
So sore.
He's feeling probably sore because he's an older guy. So his body may not can handle that concrete bed. Let's turn the page and see what happens next. All right. It's the same picture as the front cover. I love that observation, Ace. Way to go. Yes, we see that this picture matches the cover. So let's get Solomon to read for us while everybody else tries to put their finger.
Do you like this one? The king says no. The king said no. I Is not a good bet for a key.
I love how you read with expression. Good job, Solomon. So,
Good morning, Dream
what
Team.
is wrong? So, look at his face up in the air like that. Would you want to bed up in the air like that, Christy? Anybody has a bunk bed? Anybody has a bunk bed at home? Well, it's a bed here, it's a bed up high. Nobody has a bunk bed.
No, but
Look at his face.
I have gone on one before when I was camping.
Oh, okay.
It was fun.
How did you feel when you went on top?
Oh,
Was it kind of scary?
yeah.
So look at the king's face. Oh, yeah. So look at his face. How do you think he's feeling? Who can make his face? He think he's good. Look at the queen. She's like, oh my gosh, this is going good. What do you think the queen is thinking down here? What do you think the queen is thinking? Guys? It's so high. What do you think?
And I think the queen thinks that under the bed is going to work for you.
Yeah, let's turn the page. Oh, looks like they are outside now. I want Caleb to read for us while we track with our reader finger. Reader finger on the dot. Ready, go, Caleb.
Now the king didn't leave that please let's go home, said the queen. I'll fix your bed.
Ooh, so the queen is thinking of something. Let's go to the last page. We're going to read the last page together. Finger on the first word. Let's read it all together for 3 words. Ready, go.
And she did.
She solved the problem. Who can tell me how she solved the problem? Can you tell me? Did you see it? Oh. Who sees it? Now, take that hand and point to how she solved the problem. How did she solve the problem? Find it. Okay. All right, now turn and talk. How did she solve the problem?
She solved the problem and she solved the hole. She solved the problem by making a tiny bed for his leg.
Mary, now keep going.
Not that big, that was
You can tell me.
She solved the problem by using the tools that she put apart in the bed so he could stretch out.
Yeah, so bring it back. So, what did she do? I love how Ace explained it. Who else can explain what she did? Dior?
She put the hole in.
And that allowed him to what?
Put his leg stretch his leg.
Yes! She found the solution by sawing a hole. Let me see you saw. You know she had to work hard because look how thick that bed is. That's how she had to work, Christy. She had to shape it. She had to put a hole in the bed so it would become what? Longer or wider? Longer because the king is tall, so they needed a longer bed. So now what is the king doing? He's sleeping. And look at the queen now. She's holding her saw in her hand and she's feeling how?
Happy?
What's another word?
Excited.
Proud. She's proud of herself because she solved the problem. So what do you think they learned? What is the lesson learned? What is the lesson learned? Let's think about it. What do you think the lesson learned is of this story? Oh, Ace has his hand up. What is the lesson learned?
The lesson learned is to try to find something before you go somewhere and try to buy it.
Yes, maybe we should try to figure it out before we go spend some money on something else brand new. Just think, Miss Peters has a car. Every time I need to get my car fixed, Am I just gonna go buy a new one?
No, you're gonna
No.
fix it.
This is Peter's rich. I don't have that much money. You're thinking about it. So you manifest it for me, honey. I might be rich in the future, but not right now. So every time my car breaks, I can't go buy another one. That's like $30,000,
Oh,
$50,000,
what color?
maybe even $100,000 if I'm a little richy, with like luxury. But I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna get it what?
Fit it.
I'm gonna just get it fixed. So sometimes if we break something at home, maybe we should stop and just try to fix it first before we go to our mom and say, hey, I need another one. Maybe sometimes she'll say, oh, we can try to fix this. We can glue it together or we can tape it up or something, right?